Hey everyone, Jason here. Today I'm going to be working on another iPhone 6 that came in for no image. At least I hope this one's no image because anymore I'd rather troubleshoot no image issues than no backlight issues. Call me crazy, but the no image problem is getting to be a little bit of my favorite. So let's dig in on this repair. Now, before I get started, I would like to say thank you to Tony Tone. Dude, you're awesome. Tony Tone sent me this awesome thing here because he is one of the many that are sick of seeing my marshmallow burnt bench, which, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I've talked about cutting this out and putting a preheater in here and stuff. And yeah, maybe one day soon. I've actually got a couple of them that I'm looking at. However, for the time being, I've got this awesome, cool. This is an installation pad for maintenance platform, updated version, and it came with a note that says, every time I see your burns, I feel sorry for your bench. I use these foam units with 1-inch adhesive, Michael's $1, plus change them out when needed. I use Heat Pad Plus PCB holder. So, yeah, maybe one day I'll spend the $7 and get me a holder or whatever. So, thank you is what I meant to say. Tony Tone. Awesome, dude. You're welcome, and it's really good seeing you around YouTube. You're one of the ones that I remember seeing, that I remember talking to in my comments and stuff, like way back. Oh man, I don't even think I had 100 subscribers yet. So yeah, that's been a minute. The other mat that you see here, the purple mat, this is a Supreme. I'm talking made for the purpose, Supreme silicone mat that I purchased at Walmart in the cake baking aisle that is actually much thicker than the last one that I had, but it's still not thick enough. If you tried to do hot air rework directly on top of this mat, you would get, like, it would still bubble up. So combined with the mat that Tony Tone sent me and this one, it actually makes a really decent platform that seems to hold heat for a really long time, which is what I like. Like, I'll do rework and I'll come back and I'll lay my hand on part of this and be like, ah, damn, it holds a lot of heat. So let's get started on this phone. The first thing I'm going to do is check and see if this is actually no image or no backlight. I'm going to plug it in, just plug it into a charger here and see if we get anything. So far I see absolutely nothing. So let's go ahead and take this phone apart. Let's get to the good part. Yes, many people liked my burnt black spots, but I'll admit, whenever I wanted to do a video where quality was an issue, like a demonstration where I put the components on a grain of rice and stuff like that, the black spots are, they're an eyesore for video. I continued burning the shit out of this bench because I like the way the wood retains the heat. Well, I guess I should find another material that retains heat. This stuff seems to do really good. Today's my first day working with this mat, and I've did a handful of repairs on it so far before I started this video. And it's, man, I like it. I actually like it. I'm kind of surprised. So far, every time I've tried to solder on something else, I didn't like it. Porcelain was one of the best things that I used, but it's hard, and it's not very forgiving if you drop anything fragile on it. Porcelain is going to crack it. I don't know how many people are watching my channel that have ever broken a window with porcelain. I have. Right off the bat, I'm nervous about screw lengths. It's an iPhone 6. Our bottom left hole was okay. Our bottom right hole is okay. Yes, porcelain, man. Somebody told me about it, and one day I was at one of these junkyards where you get to pick your own components, and I grabbed a hold of a spark plug with a pair of pliers, and I cracked me off a hunk of porcelain, and I'm telling you, I took it and just in the tip of my finger, and I went like that at the side window on a car, and it went poof, and just literally just went poof and disintegrated into a bazillion pieces, and I ran. So yeah, that's what I have against the old porcelain mat. All right, and that one, the standoff post stuck in our plate, so we're going to sit that there just like that. Let's get our screen and battery disconnected. Intentionally not pronouncing the E in battery because I live in Missouri. All right, so before I hook power to this board, let's swing it over here and have a look at it under the microscope. My open broadcaster died. And another filter. Damn it. Can't I just, like, get a complicated. I want to publish a complex troubleshoot no image repair. But I'm telling you, this is like, since I decided I was going to do a good one, this is like the third one in a row where it's like filter, 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 filter. I mean, I do appreciate the easy money and all, but this is getting to be bullshit. Like, this is screwing with my channel. I need real repairs. I mean, I need, I need, I need to use my brain, and I need to do it on camera so that I can get better at it on camera. All right, so let's tape this phone down. Same shit, different iPhone. So here we are, taping it down back here on the mat. I'm noticing a little laggy frame rate. I did have to redo my Open Broadcaster. Yeah, we're lagging. Oh. 21 frames a second. Should we continue with this repair? I don't know if I can replace a filter at 20 frames a second. Well, let's let that sit a minute. 16 frames. Man, that's really dying. I'm gonna reduce. I'm gonna reduce bitrate. Is that any better? We are at 30 frames a second. Looks much better. All right, let's continue with this repair. So what I've got here is I've just mounted this down here to my table. I'm going to take another piece of Kapton, just cut it right off of this little sliggity slice, and I'm going to turn the camera down here and do this right in front of this camera down here on the bench. I am just going to cut the babyest tiny little rectangle. And I actually cannot see where I've already cut, so I'm just guessing. If I wasn't doing it on camera, I would cut that out a little differently. Alright, so we've got just a square hole cut in that thing. And I'm going to lay this... I tried this on one of my last videos under the microscope, and I can't do that under the microscope. So I laid that right over our filter, and I'm going to go ahead and place a metal shield over the battery. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just replace FL 2024. And like I've said in probably many previous videos, there's no real troubleshooting here. I open this thing up. One of the first things I look at is FL 2024. This is a backlight filter, and it is between the positive backlight output on the driver and the pins on the connector. Okay, so that is all the goop picked out from around that dude. You know, my camera on the screen is actually considerably more in focus than my eyepieces, but I've got my eyepieces screwed all the way in to the max I can go. So my next step from there is I'm going to have to take my tape off of this thing and change the distance between my camera and that port. So let's continue with this repair before I get distracted. And I take 51 minutes and 13 seconds on a 5-minute repair. And I don't think we're going to need the power supply on this one, because I would bet you money that this is only an issue with the filter again. And you might hear me saying again, and may not have seen one of those previous videos, because I don't plan on uploading filter videos back to back in fear of losing half of my subscriber base because of uploading only filter replacements. So we'll see how many filter replacements I post. I was actually considering posting all the shit that I don't post somewhere else, and not on YouTube. I don't know, but there is stuff that I don't post. I mean, there has to be. Videos that turn out with no sound. You know, all kinds of good stuff. Our dainty, careful filter removement. Removement. Is removement a word? Can I say removement on my YouTube channel without getting made fun of? I bet I can. Removement. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the removement of FL 2024. Now I know installment's a word. So could I say reinstallment? Let's reinstall a filter here. Ugh. That pad suffered some heat. Let's get some more FlexiFlux on it. Yes, the removement of FL 2024 directly before the reinstallment. Yes, the reinstallment. Another money-making phone. Alright, that's just going to be a pain in my neck. What? It's clearly not getting hot enough. Do not make me look like a fool on my video. Dang it. I do these videos so I can appear to be smart. I do not appreciate FL 2024 and its reinstallment trolling me. Now let's warm this up and then bump it. There we go. That's good enough. We're going to stop right there. We've got a little bubble of solder on each one of them. I'm going to leave the hot air running. And one thing I can say that's way cool about working on this mat is that these tiny little components are much, much harder to lose. So if I open it up to the point where I want to have one dump out and I actually dump it out, like I can see that. You probably can't, but you know, I can. There is a big old hunkin' backlight filter laying right there. Big sumbitch. So, oh God, I lost it. There's our big old filter right there, you big old filter. Come here, you big old filter. Alright, I'm going to put you back under the microscope so that you can actually see this monstrosity of a backlight filter. You wonder just how big this backlight filter is, and if you don't already know, like if you don't do this type of thing for a living, I did put out a video on size comparisons on this stuff, only, hey, I dropped it right inside that connector, perfect. It's not as snappy as I wanted it to be, but I did get the point across. I wanted to show people just how tiny some of this crap is that we sit here and repair. All of us that are doing this, it's like, wow. Alright, let me fish this filter out the connector. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to push it farther down in there since I'm actually trying to get it out. And when I'm trying to sit it in the connector, then it don't want to go in. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Now the solder I put on the pads for this filter is going to melt considerably lower than the solder everywhere else. Let me make sure we're in focus because we don't want to miss the climax. Alright, here we go. Any minute. It goes. Okay, we're going to stop right there. That was a little too much heat, but it is on there. It is on there firm, and it is on there robust. We know we don't, we're not going to have an issue with it becoming disconnected. Now, the only issue that it will have is whenever it gets blown again. That will be an issue. And since it's an iPhone 6, there is a good chance in this phone's lifetime that it will be blown again. I'm going to go ahead and clean my alcohol off of this filter. I mean my flux. Clean my alcohol off of here with flux. Alright, get rid of all of our flux. Or a good deal of it. And we are not going to go crazy nitpicking on that, because if we do, you know bad shit will happen, and I will only make it worse. Now I am going to come in here with my hot air, and I'm going to use just enough hot air to be sure my alcohol is dry. Now mind you, this is 99% alcohol, so it dries really, really fast. And that is all we're going to give it. I'm not going to do anything more to this. So let's switch you back over to this view so that you can see what I'm doing. Turn the hot air off. And we're going to go ahead and connect a screen to this thing, but not before I give it a good inspection. Yeah, here we go. Here's what's wrong with this one. Let's get you back over to the microscope. I mean, if any of you doing screen replacements, please, please check this. Well, on second thought, please don't check this. I don't want to eat out of trash cans. If it wasn't for capacitors shorting together and FL 2024 getting blown, I'd be living in a tent eating out of trash cans. So here's what is actually going on with this. If you look and see, this one does have a black sticker. This is our backlight connection on the display itself. This one does have a black sticker on it, but if we peel that black sticker, you can see how it's went up on top of this shield. So the ribbon has actually slid. Am I showing you? This ribbon has slid down. Now this is our digitizer. Isn't it? Whatever. It's something to do with image, dadgummit. Alright, so it has probably looked good on first inspection, but as it slid down, the metal backplate here has went under the insulation, and look where that leaves us. Huh? It leaves us with backlight, and you can actually see where it has been shoved here. You can, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that plate has actually made an indention. It looks like crap and you won't be able to see it, but that plate has made an indention. So what's happened here is that this little bitty sticker that's supposed to be under the plate here, like that, has wound up on top of it. And as you can see, there's no room for forgiveness here. That's such a tight spot. And if all it come out, look at the size of this piece of fuzz. It's like my wife's hair, only her hair's not this color. What? It's still coming out. That's like pulling a worm out of the ground. All right, get rid of that fuzz. So we're gonna fix this. This is what blew this backlight out. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna give you. I've changed all my hotkeys around trying to get rid of the chime every time I press one. We're gonna take a little tiny piece of Kapton tape here. All right. Please don't insulate your backlight circuits. I don't want to eat out of the dumpster. There we go. We just got us a little piece of Kapton. Cut perfectly square. And here is what I'm going to do with this little marvel. I'm going to put it right here over the whole world and keep that whole entire flex from moving. I should probably go ahead and put it under it, huh? Should I? Can I? Would I just be nitpicking for this video? Yes, I would. So we're going to put it right here because I already slid one under it that's not going to magically wind up on top of it. And we're just going to put that there to keep this from moving. Yeah, problem solved. This is a backlight repair, and I'm going to repair backlight. So, back over so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and plug the screen back into this phone. I am a little concerned that I could not see Apple logo or anything whenever I shine my microscope light through it. But who knows? Maybe we'll have backlight and no image, and then I'll get to do a no image repair on camera right now anyways. Let's just find out. Let's grab a charger. Backlight. So here we go. Another filter replacement. I don't know if I'm going to upload all three of them, but this is like the third one in a row where it was the filter. Let's see. I think the first one I just stopped because I was like hoping it was going to be no image. So yeah, there you go. This phone is fixed. This was another blown backlight filter that was blown by the little piece of tape that's supposed to cover the 3 backlight lines that are coming into this thing, or however many are there. But instead of it going under the shield, it actually got slipped up on top of the shield and shorted everything out, which I have been amazed at what kind of hell FL 2024 will take, because I actually shorted one like this the other day right after fixing it, and it's like, oh crap, no backlight all of a sudden. Wow, the phone's getting warm. And it was enough, by the time I could pop the screen back off of it and unhook the battery, the FL 2024 was still not blown. So here we've heated the whole entire phone up, and the filter did not blow. So the filters that they put in these things are really, really tough. And I think what's happening sometimes is even directly after a screen replacement, the thing will work fine. And it just like sits there and slow roasts that filter because it's not quite like a dead short. It's just, you know, it's 20 volts or so, so it's capable of penetrating some sort of resistance, and if you get almost a connection there, I think it can actually sit there and slow roast that filter. I don't know, I've heard that description so many times where it was working fine for 30 minutes, and now this. So anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this repair. Tony Tone, you're awesome. Thanks for the mat. Your workspace is like super clean compared to mine, dude. That your workspace is freaking awesome. Tony Tone, it's I don't know. What do I say? That's all I'm going to say. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all have successful repairs, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.